Hi guys, Clara here, and I don't think you guys are ready for the amount of rainbows you're about to see. Now, when I decided I wanted to make a rainbow, I wasn't exactly sure of the shades of each color that I should use. So I figured I would choose a couple variations and see which one I like the best. And since I'm planning on making many different rainbows, I wanted to make them as easy as possible to make. So these rainbows are just going to be simple ropes of clay. Since we're shaping these logs into an arch, each log that we add on top of the other is going to need to be a little bit longer. Even then, it's best just to roll out all the logs a little bit longer than needed and then cut off the excess at each end. I know that, at least for myself, I tend to complicate things way more than they need to be. I'll sometimes get stuck in the blending stage, and then it gets to a point where it looks a lot rougher than if I had just left it alone. So I knew that this rainbow needed zero blending in the colors. The most I'm going to do is lay a piece of parchment paper over top and run my finger along the arch, but it really doesn't need much pressure to join the pieces together. And this is going to give us a nice clean look with no blending required. I think the hardest part is going to be rolling out each color so that the logs are all equal sizes. I also discovered that I really like these rainbow scraps, so I figured I'd collect them for now. But when I had this much excess off the rainbow, it just seemed like a perfectly good strip of rainbow to not use, right? What am I gonna do with this little rainbow coin? No idea. I'd say it's also important to use parchment paper underneath your rainbows. You want to be able to shape them in place and not have to move them before you bake. And keeping them on parchment paper will ensure that the clay doesn't get shiny. Like if I were to bake this rainbow on the tile that I'm working on, then the clay that was in contact with the tile would end up shiny after baking, since clay picks up the texture of whatever it's touching. And since parchment paper has a matte finish, it'll ensure your rainbow looks the same on either side. I don't know if this was on purpose or if I was just subconsciously doing it, but my rainbows were becoming smaller and smaller. So I figured I'd lean into it and see how tiny I could make a rainbow. And just in case if you're curious, tiny rainbows are much harder than normal size rainbows. When you're rolling out clay this thin, it's really hard to apply even pressure. Though once I got started making these mini rainbows, it kind of gave me an idea of maybe trying to make earrings. And so I tried rolling out another of the same size. But then it was an entirely different shape. So I figured I'd just make 2 more. Why not? After I decided I was making these rainbow earrings, I kind of thought it'd be cool to incorporate those little rainbow coins I cut out earlier, but none of them were really uniform shape, so I ended up just rolling out a strip of rainbow. And luckily, I had just enough to cut out 4 circles. My thinking was that this would be like the top part of the earring, and then the rainbow would dangle from the rainbow coin. I'm not sure, I haven't really hashed out the full idea yet, but I figured it was no harm in having a little extra rainbow laying around. Now, there are several ways that you can add clouds to the rainbow, but for the majority of these rainbows, I want to have them freestanding on their own. And since trying to add clouds to these floppy rainbows would be a nightmare, I'm going to bake all of these in place before I add anything else. For these earrings, I basically just want to make a rainbow charm, so 2D clouds is what I'm aiming for. Except I only have this much, and that just wasn't gonna fly, so I went and bought more clay. Now the Sculpey 3 had white glitter, and this one is more of a hint of glitter. But then Sculpey Primo had frost white, which was this glitter-packed clay. And I'm like 99% sure that the one I have is the Sculpey Primo, but I wasn't sure if that was gonna be too glittery for what I wanted, because I don't want the glittery clouds taking away from the rainbow. So I figured it'd be wise to choose the less sparkly one to start out with. Now I want to keep these cloud designs simple as well, so you're just going to want to roll out a bunch of little balls to start. Then take a couple at a time and flatten them on a piece of parchment paper. You can squish it between your fingers to make sure they're all joined, and then I'm just using a sculpting tool to smooth out all the seams. To make sure you're left with a nice smooth finish, just put another piece of parchment paper on top and smooth it out with your finger. And once you have enough clouds, it's time to attach these to our rainbows. So I'm using my little circle cutter again to cut out the general shape of the cloud. And that way, when I push them together, they'll line up perfectly and the clouds aren't going to stick out at an awkward angle when they're attached to the rainbow. Now, my first attempt, I actually thought this cloud was way too big for this rainbow, so I went ahead and made 2 smaller versions, which I was much happier with. If you don't have a circle cutter, a craft knife would work just as well. I just figured since I have the tool, I might as well use it. Also, this is my collection of rainbow scraps, and if you're curious of what it looks like once it's all rolled together, it's ugly. But you know what's not? These rainbows. I wanted to make more, but I kind of ran out of space. And quick reminder, this is clay with a hint of glitter, and this is glitter with a hint of clay. I decided that the clouds were not sparkly enough, and honestly, what was I thinking? Thinking that sparkly clouds would take away from a rainbow. Was I even listening to myself? So I thought I'd do a best of both worlds, so this is the custom glitter. So yeah, I kind of wish I did that before I rolled out all these balls. I wasn't sure what my plans were going to be, so I rolled out a bunch of different sized balls of the packed glitter and the sparse glitter. But now that I know I like neither, I combined all of these back together again and rolled out some more balls. Because why think things through? Whatever. Not like my fingers were cramping or anything. Now you can take a couple balls of various sizes and just smush them together in between your fingers. If you really wanted to keep it nice and simple, you could leave it like this. But for me personally, I can't go a whole video without some unnecessary blending. So I very carefully tried to smooth all the seams together in this very tiny cloud that no one will ever look at after this. Anywho, that's a basic cloud, but we're not going to be using that one because we want to make some clouds at the end of our rainbows. So grab one of your rainbows and start adding a bunch of balls on each end. And the first ones, don't bother about over smushing because that's more of just the base to make sure that all of the other little cloud pieces will attach properly. And honestly, these clouds didn't need to be blended now that I'm looking back at it. So it's really up to you and how much blending you want to do. Hopefully none. So the way I was doing these clouds, it was taking a lot longer than I anticipated. And I still had all these rainbows. So I needed to change tactics. I wanted to try detachable clouds. And I ended up with cloud on a stick. For these, I'm just folding up a little strip of tinfoil into the same width as the rainbow. And once it's the same width, I'm folding it until it's as thick or thicker than the rainbow. Because we want to make sure our rainbow fits inside the cloud. We don't want to be squeezing anything into anything. And once we have our little tinfoil form, we just treat it the same as a rainbow and add a whole bunch of little balls on the end for our cloud. And again, blending is up to your personal preference. And when you make one, make another to finish off the pair. Now, a lot of these rainbows were actually the same size, basically, at the ends. So my hope was that I could make just a couple pairs of clouds, and they would fit most of the rainbows I had. But a lot of these smaller rainbows, there was no chance I was going to try and make detachable clouds for those ones. So I still had to make a lot more clouds for these small ones, but I still saved myself lots of time. Still took me hours, but at least it didn't take me hours more. Now time for this big boy. Now, depending on how well you're squishing these clouds onto the rainbows, liquid clay may or may not be required. Now, this one actually turned out to be my favorite, which I was not expecting because usually I like very tiny things. But it was just a nice chunky rainbow. And it was the easiest one to do because I didn't need to roll out the logs ridiculously tiny. It was super easy to get them nice and even. So if you're making a rainbow this size, then I think this project is going to be super fast. Especially if you do not blend, or at least not blend much. But once all of your rainbows are equipped with clouds, then we can send this tray off for its final bake. And while this is baking, we might as well finish off these earrings. Now my original plan was to make these like a 2-tiered dangly situation, but I really wasn't vibing with this design. It looked a lot better in my head than it did in my hand. So I thought I'd keep it simple and just make these a single rainbow dangly. So I'll take 2 of these hooks, open up the loop, attach the rainbows, and then close it in place. And after I'm done with one, I'll quickly finish off the other. Oh yeah, and now that our clay is out of the oven, we can remove these tinfoil forms from our clouds. Just have to give them a little bit of a wiggle jiggle. But small error. I didn't make 2 of these forms wide enough for our rainbows. So I only ended up with one pair of clouds. These rainbows are just gonna have to share. And these are all the rainbows that can fit in this one pair of clouds. And these are all my rainbows. And all of my rainbows. Oh yeah, and can't forget the earrings. I actually had a lot of fun with this one. I was not expecting to make this many rainbows when I set out to do this video, but I guess it was just a happy accident. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Hopefully you enjoyed as much as I did. If you have any ideas on what you want to see me make next, let me know. I'm open to suggestions. But other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all later. Bye!